Hey, what's happening everybody? This is Royce from Pedal Metal. Welcome to my channel. Tonight's video is going to be taking a look at a plethora of different toy fair vehicles from Hot Wheels and one from Matchbox that I just received and I want to open up. We have 13 different examples dating anywhere from 1975 up to 2019, and we will get started. All right, so here we have the very first one from 1975, the Super Van in white. These were given out to reps and salespeople, other people to garner attention to the lineup of Hot Wheels and to promote sales, obviously. This one is in white, and it was the only version offered that year in the first year, which was 1975, as stated earlier. We will move on to the next one. All right, for the second one we're going to check out here is the second time that the Toy Fair cars were offered, which was 1992. There was a huge gap there from 1976 to 1991 where there were no Toy Fair cars offered. If they were, they're under wraps somewhere, hidden away. But as far as I know, this is the second release, which is from 1992 and is Purple Passion, and it is in gold chrome with the white walls. And it does also say on the roof there, 1992 New York Toy Fair, and has red interior, clear glass. And I think this one does have a metal base. Let me look. No, it has a plastic base. I just picked it up and looked. Just wanted to make sure. So that is 1992, and we will move on to the next one that I have in my little collection. The next one I have, which shows a gap of 5 years in my collection here, I have the 1997 Diora in blue, which is when Hot Wheels was promoting and sponsoring Kyle Petty's NASCAR team, and they came in these little cubes that you can kind of like stack them together. They have these lines you can kind of see there at the bottom, and there's a line at the top and on the sides where these cubes interlock together. I have never had this out of the pack. The front, as you can see there, kind of fell off there. So let me get it out and we'll check it out further. But this is how they came. As you might have seen there as I was dismounting it, there is a piece of black race track, which is right here as well, that comes in. They did that for a few years, then they stopped doing that. It is an actual piece of Hot Wheels track. This is listed as a blue Spectre flame paint job, and it's not a very popular one. You can get it fairly reasonably priced, and it is all over metal as far as I can tell. I'm pretty sure it's got some weight to you. The unusual thing with this, it just says 1967 on the bottom, Mattel Vintage, Diora, China. Kind of unusual. So that one is from 1997, and we will move on to 1998. This one is from 1998. It is in burgundy, and it is the twin mill. It features gold chrome accents, and that was also in one of those stackable cubes. It says New York on it, and now that one has a blue colored piece of track in there, and this has never been opened as far as I know, so I'm going to break it open right now and we're going to check it out together. So I dug this out of storage, and I'm going to put all these, once I take them and dismount them, they're all going to go in one of my cases. I just had them in storage as is seen here, so I want to get them out of these plastic cases to be able to view them and enjoy them. So let's take it apart here once. So here we see the twin mill out, and it's very, very attractive, a lot more attractive out of the box, to be able to see this. And it's almost a metallic burgundy, I'd say, with black and gold flames. We got the gold chrome accents. Very attractive. It's a lot better out of the box now that I have it out that that can appreciate it. This is another one you can pick up fairly cheap. This has a pretty short metal. Yeah, this particular one here has as I flip it around so we can read it, has a gloss black metal base. White interior, very cool. I like it. There's, I know some people either like the twin mill or you don't. I like them, and I have a lot in my collection. I just need to get cracking with being able to display everything that I have. So there you go. That was the 1998 twin mill in burgundy and black, and we will move on to the next one. All right, for 1999, we have the Ford Gt90, and this is in blue chrome with white and black accents. And this is another one I think looks a lot better in person than it did online. It does have a plastic chrome base with, I think, or is it metal? Oh no, I'm sorry, excuse me. It does have a metal base, but it has plastic tri-spoke wheels. But I think it looks a lot better in person than it did online. And this one I think I got for $10 or $15. Like, so it's very reasonably priced. Now, it was missing the stackable cube, but I didn't really care about that because eventually I wanted to display it anyway. So there you go. That is the 1999 Ford Gt90, and we will move on to the next one. All right, for the next one here for 2001 is the Muscle Tone. I am missing the year 2000, which was the Dior 2, and I know I have it here somewhere. I just cannot locate it. That's embarrassing, I know, but I'm about 99.9% positive I own it because I remember buying it. I just cannot find it, which is not a good thing when you can't find things. So anyway, we'll have to skip year 2000, and here we have 2001, which is the Muscle Tone as stated earlier, and it is in a very attractive green Spectre flame with chrome, white and blue and black graphics. And I will dismount it. I just wanted to show you guys, some of you guys may have never seen some of these in person. Just wanted to show it like right there where it says 2001 Toy Fair on the front. And let me dismount for the first time ever. All right, so here we see the 2001 Toy Fair Muscle Tone up on the turntable, and like I said earlier, the Spectre flame green and straight chrome with blue, white and black graphics. And I think this is another one that looks great out of the case. You can pick this one up as well for a fairly inexpensive amount of money. It does have a black plastic base and plastic wheels and a black interior with clear glass. Actually, the glass might be smoked. I'm sorry. I think the glass is smoked. But that's kind of a cross between a Mustang and Camaro. That's how I always viewed this. This vehicle was kind of like as a non-licensed one, was kind of meant for everybody type of deal. And I like it. I like the design. I think it's pretty cool. So there you go, 2001 Muscle Tone. And we'll move on to the next one. Next up, we have both offered from 2008. Actually, there was 3 in 2008. We have the Custom Auto, which is both. One is in Spectre Flame Red and then Spectre Flame Green with kind of like gold colored striped pinstriped flames. They did have a third one, which was the green OCC bike. I really wouldn't mind getting that one. The more pictures I see of it, I think it looks really good. But for now, and we got the auto sign in the background there too, we will take a look at these two examples. Also have never been dismounted from their cases, and I'm excited to pop the hoods and check them out, and we will do that now. All right, so here we have both 2008 Custom Autos up on the turntable. One is in Spectre Flame Green, the other is in Spectre Flame Red. The red has a light tan interior, and the green has a chrome interior. Both have clear glass. Both have the opening hoods. Both have taillight details. Both have redline tires on the torque thrust style wheels. Very, very cool. One of my favorite Hot Wheels cars of all time. This was designed by Otto Kuhne, and the original illustration, of course, is the one right behind the turntable there, which everyone's familiar with. We'll stop and take a look here. Both of these do have metal bases, but we'll look at them closer here. I just had to pull the dry rotted rubber bands out from underneath. They originally had rubber bands that held the hood down. No date, just says China, custom auto on the bottom. Got the zoomy pipe sticking out in the front, which the actual illustration is shown back here behind me has. Green is very, very pretty. Both of them are very, very attractive. Also metal base. Hood's open, but really no details underneath. But boy, they both are just stunners to look at. I like the way the taillights are on. Just a freaking awesome. So cool. So that is the custom auto from 2008, both examples. And like I said, they did have a third that year, and that was the OCC bike, which I believe was green. But there you go, and we will move on to the next one. All right, next up we have another one from 2008. I forgot to mention. So it was apparently there was 4 of them that they offered. This was the other one for the 40th anniversary, and it is in blue Spectre flame, and it is the Diora. And it's very, very cool. It's one of my favorites. I like it a lot. And I just wanted to show you guys the way it looked new. This has never been taken apart as far as I know. Never dismounted. I bought this new old stock. So we will take it apart and dismount it. Be right back. All right. So there you go. That was the Diora 1. I had to clean up. I could see it right there a little bit on the sides. I had to clean up the rubber band marks on it. I can kind of see it still a little bit here and there, but so I'll have to get in and clean a little better there. But those rubber bands always dry rot and make a big mess on a lot of these older vehicles, especially in the 100% series. When you find them, you got to do some cleaning. But there you go. Very cool. That's the 4th offering from 2008. And I like it a lot. I think it looks great with the pinstripes and everything. This is another one that it's going to look awesome out of that little cube and into my case. I'm glad to be able to share it with you guys. And we'll move on to the next one. Next up, we have probably the most famous Hot Wheels Toy Fair vehicle of all time. I would say probably the most famous. And this is from 2016. So I do have a little bit of a gap there. Of ones I'm missing, but this is the gold Spectre Flame Porsche 934 Turbo RSR, and there it is in the case. We will dismount it. I did dismount this before for the Magnus Walker Comparo video the one time, so this will be the second time I dismount it, and I'll probably going to stay off the base this time. All right, so here we go. This is a 2016 Toy Fair Porsche 934 Turbo RSR, quite a mouthful, and is in gold Spectre Flame. And like I said earlier, this is probably the most famous Hot Wheels Toy Fair vehicle ever produced, if not the most expensive in the secondary market and third-dairy market. Is there such a thing as third-dairy market? I don't know. I just coined something I think that made no sense. But you know what I mean. I had purchased this years and years ago when I got it for really, really cheap. I can't even believe what they're going for now. Some of these are selling for what you can buy a used car for. So it's pretty crazy. So I'm still going to leave it dismounted though. I'm putting it in my case with my other Porsches, and so be it, because I'll never sell it. I mean, I don't think I ever will. My kids probably won't know what it's worth anyway. If I die, they'll probably end up thrown in a bin with other Hot Wheels cars. Such is life. It does have a satin black metal base. black plastic interior. The wheel choice was not the greatest. I agree with a lot of people online. It does have the Goodyear leather tires, clear glass. Finish is not bad on it. The details, probably the best thing about this is the details of the way they did the rear reflector and the lip on the spoiler and the oil cooler grills and all that are painted in really, really nice. And the bumperette strips and all that are done really nice on this. It's definitely a winner. The wheel choice could be a little bit better. I'm not sure I care much for that particular wheel, which we all know showed up later on the BMW CSL, and not the Toy Fair version, but the one you could purchase in the store, the premium version. So when people make replicas of these, that's where they grab the wheels from. Pretty cool though, very, very nice, and it's one of my favorite Hot Wheels cars of all time. I'm not gonna lie, it's right up there. So there you go, that is the 2016 Porsche 934, and we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so here we go with the 2017 Toy Fair BMW CSL race car, and it is in Spectre Flame Blue with white and red graphics. Very attractive. Unusual thing about this one, it has a light blue colored plastic base, which you would think it would have the metal base. White interior, which is unusual. It looks a lot different to me having it out of the case. It's very cool. It's a stunner, I'm not gonna lie. It's very attractive in person. Maybe even more so now that it's dismounted from that case. So I can probably appreciate it a little bit better now that I'm seeing it. I really thought this had a metal base to it. The base obviously shares the part of the air dam in the front. The exhaust tips, at least the exits of the exhaust are painted in, which is really cool. Very, very attractive though, very cool. But that's another one that kind of took off and it's a pretty big seller. And I didn't pay that much for it, thankfully, because now I think they go for quite a bit of money on eBay. And of course we have the number 17 for the Toy Fair, which I like how they started doing that for them. Quite a few of them are done that way. I think there you go. That was the 2017 BMW, and I'll move on to 2018. All right, here we go. We have the 2018 Volkswagen Kafer Racer Toy Fair Edition, and it is in the light blue and white and orange golf racing livery. Very cool. This was designed by Mark Jones, and this particular example is autographed by him, and I bought this directly from the Hot Wheels bicycling team. They had like a charity auction, and I happened to get lucky and win the auction. So it's very cool to have that from the Hot Wheels bicycling team, and very fortunate enough to be able to have won that charity auction, and the money benefited their bicycling team. We'll stop and take a look at it here, and then I'll dismount it for the first time ever. As we can see here, it's signed by Mark Jones. Very special. I've never seen another one of these on eBay like that signed by him, but I'm sure there's probably others out there. So I just kind of got lucky on that charity auction. So we will dismount it and check it out. But I like how the base here, you can see, is a nice bright golf orange with a black asphalt in the center there. It's very, very cool. I like how they started putting more thought into the bases as time went on. Here we can get a better look at it dismounted. This is from 2018 Volkswagen Kafer Racer in the golf livery racing colors. And this is another one I think looks a little bit better out of the case than it did in the case. It's very cool. We have the early twin windows in the back there. Not much left of the original Beetle there, or Bug. This does have an orange plastic base. It does have nicer tires and wheels, but it's not too far off from a basic mainline. Really, it's not flashy or anything like that. The only thing that really differentiates it is the paint scheme and the transmission and painted in the back there, and it's got a few details to it, but it's really not overboard and doesn't really look like anything very special. Honestly, it just looks like someone did a wheel swap to it. Cool nonetheless. So there you go. That was a 2018. Also, I wanted to mention for that year 2018, they did have a matte red GTR, and I don't have the matte red GTR. I wish I did, but I do not. So we'll move on to the very last one. All right, so here you go. This is the very last one. Matchbox Porsche Rally, and it's never been opened, and we're going to open it today for the first time. This is from 2019. 1985 Porsche 911 Rally, and is in a matte, as it wants to slide away. It's in a matte copperish gold color. It's very hard to explain. It's as it wants to keep rolling around there on the turntable, but it's very, very cool. It does look a lot. There's another one I think looks better out of the pack. I know probably a lot of people are going to keep it in the package. I personally think it looks a lot better out of the pack. We have the jerry can is painted in yellow at the top. The wheel, they did a pretty good job of trying to match, considering that's a one-piece plastic top. They did a pretty good job of making it look kind of like the actual wheels that are on the vehicle itself. Back looks very cool. This does have a plastic base, not very far off from the main line. It's just dolled up a little bit, but very cool. But that's another one I've been chasing for a while and got at a pretty decent deal off of eBay. It was one guy, I don't know how many of these he must have got, because I'm pretty sure he's selling them by the tons. One seller, and I don't know how, he must be executive of some sort, but he has a bunch of them he's always selling, and they're all sealed in the wrappers, like the fire truck and other ones you can get fairly reasonably priced. And but this one, because I'm a huge Porsche fan, I had to have. So I waited it out until the prices came down significantly, like 50-60% than what they were last year. So there you go. That is the 19. I will try to get a shot of all of them together here. It's going to be probably hard, but if you like this type of video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm only 10 people away from hitting 9,000, so hopefully I'll hit 9,000 subscribers here tonight or tomorrow. And I appreciate if you guys are not a subscriber, please hit the subscriber button. It's free. You can't be free. And hit the bell for notifications. And I will see you guys next time. You can comment down below which you guys have any favorites of these. They're all very cool, limited run vehicles. I have my favorites, and so you guys have to let me know down below which you guys' favorite out of these. This is just a small portion, obviously, of ones you can find out in the wild, mostly eBay, of course. But there you go. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night. Bye now.